that's a really good team. And I couldn't be more proud of coaching this group. It's been a unique road for us, or art, I should say. And the adversity to kind of continue to rear its head, and the way these guys dealt with it. It was apropos tonight. I wish we would have started the game better. But what happened happened. We got blitzed, and this group is just would have been easy for that game to just run away early. So for us to keep it, throughout the course of the game within striking range, and still until the end, I think is indicative of the way that these guys have approached the game.
Phil,
hey Quinn, you have a very young team for the most part, likely to improve over the next few years. When you see the Warriors, are there things in the organization on the team that you feel you can emulate, or are they too singular in a way to see that?
It's hard for me to comment on that on a more general sense, organizationally and things like that, because I just don't have, what I see is what I see, and, the respect I have for Steve, and what, the culture that they've created. You can't, they demonstrated in everything that they do. When a team kind of lives who they are, that's a unique group. Frankly, when it's more than just the talent that they have as a group, it's, that they all believe in each other and they're willing to sacrifice for one another. And that's, I think for any coach, any organization, any group of players, that's the part that you'd want to emulate as much as anything. It's just the unselfishness that group plays with, the care that they have for one another on the court. They've got each other's backs. I feel like we've got that with our team, but it's something that you have to develop. So that's what I see when you play them. That's the kind of the thin red line that runs through the game.
Aaron? You waited to take Rudy and Gordon out late, obviously, to get them their applause. Well, can you kind of explain your thinking there? Did you get the send-off, I guess, that you were hoping for them?
It wasn't necessarily kind of my hope of a send-off, I guess. Aaron, I think it was more, the game at that point was, for better for worse, over, with the exception of the time running out. It wasn't a situation where we were going to be able to catch up. And at that point, you're thinking of everything from injury to whatever. And I did want them to have an opportunity. Those two guys, they were out there, and other guys had come in and out. And I think what those two guys have done this year is really significant. And to the extent that that's recognizable, it was recognized tonight, I'm happy about that. So there wasn't, it wasn't the grandstanding or anything like that. The game dictated it for one. And yeah, I thought it was appropriate in that moment.
Yeah,
Coach, you mentioned the adversity that your team has gone through all year long. What are some of the biggest points of growth that you think they accomplished through that? And did any of those surprise you, even with how well you knew this group?
I'm gonna respond first by saying I need a night to digest. But you basically asked the question the way I would probably answer it. So it has been that. There has been a tremendous adversity and is opportunity if handled the right way, and I think that's been a mantra. And if that's the case, the whole idea is to keep growing and stay committed. Our guys have done that, and that's something we want to carry through.
You opened by saying you were really happy with everything. Do you feel like you got everything you can out of this team this year?
I think that we got a lot out of one another, and our players got everything. They got everything out of me. We tried to get it out of them, and that was kind of the, when you go through a struggle in some ways like that, you just appreciate the minor victories and the larger ones that accumulate along the way. And I think, without being too melodramatic, this to me is a unique season, and it's a unique group. I've been part of teams that have won more, I've been part of teams that have won less, but I've never had a group that's had a season like this.
Jody Hennessy, Deseret News. I couldn't let the opportunity go by this wayside without asking you to evaluate Dante Exum's performance tonight.
Well, I mean, I think I've been consistent the whole year as far as not wanting to single Dante out, and not because there's any undue pressure on one player, but that's not who we are. We're about the team, and what Dante's shown in the last half of the season, or especially recently, is his ability to play within the team and help the team. And anytime you're on the floor, if you make your team better, you're doing a good job.
Right.
I guess in terms of guys stepping up with just how it's been all year, is that how you feel Dante and Sheldon were tonight a little bit in absence of George? Just the same old deal?
Yeah, a little bit same old deal. We're reaching a point where I'm waxing poetic about our season. I'd rather not go there. We lost tonight. Those guys did a good job. I've said kind of my piece about a lot of that. I need to take a deep breath and think more about it. But I was really, anytime players have the individual and personal challenges of playing, not playing, being injured, coming back, it's always gratifying as a coach when you see those guys raise their level. And that's what you saw Dante do tonight. That's what you saw Sheldon do. That's what you've seen Howell do. Those three guys at given points in time have all been starters and have all been fourth point guards. That's unusual. So to be able to ride that roller coaster is something that I think you have to respect them as men.
Randy.
Coach, could you talk about Gordon's performance in the playoffs and the way he's led your team, what he's meant to your team's leadership?
He's been terrific, and he has led our team. Even the game that he had food poisoning and couldn't play, in a way, he actually led our team because of the fact that he got out there and almost passed out. He did pass out, in the back, and then had to go home. And that's been who he's been. He's been, since last summer, we've talked about it. You saw the fruits of his labors with an all-star game. I think you saw, the same thing with the playoffs. He's just invested. And anytime you invest like that, usually it may not pay dividends immediately, but it does over time. And I think in Gordon's case, it's a little bit of both. This past summer for him was unique, but as long as I've been here, which isn't a long time, but it's a little longer now, he's been that guy. And we just do our best to try to, put him in positions where he can excel. And, his character is shown, his competitiveness. And, we don't ask Gordon to be the most vocal guy. People need to be who they are, but there's a leadership component that he's demonstrated throughout these playoffs. And he's not a point guard, so you don't see him with the ball calling plays. He's maybe not as emotionally charged as Rudy all the time, but it's burning inside him. There's a fire in there, and that's what I saw in the playoffs. He raised his level at the most important, most competitive time.
As this Warriors team kind of moves forward, and other teams are trying.
I couldn't hear you.
As this Warriors team moves forward, and other teams are kind of trying to take them. Now, would you have any suggestions, or do you have any soft spots, or is it just kind of like great training?
If I had answers, we wouldn't. Every team, a lot of it's just how are you playing? But they're playing very well right now. They're a very good team. I've kind of said everything. I don't know how I can expand on what I said before about what I perceive to be as their strengths. Every team that plays them will be, whether they play San Antonio or Houston next, those are two different teams. So it's always from a kind of a strategic standpoint, it's hard for me to dive in on that. I know some of the things that we felt were important, but those were things that we tried to execute.
Coach, although the thinking is disappointing, but just still achieve the goal 15 win and get into second round.
Yeah.
So how do you evaluate Jazz performance this season? And for Jazz, what would you like them to improve next season?
Okay. We've really tried to stay away from very specific goals in terms of wins and advance. And we lost Game 7 to the Clippers. I don't know that I feel that much different. I'm glad we didn't. I think that gave us an opportunity that was good for us. Had we won 49 games, I don't know if I'd feel that much different. Those are benchmarks, and they're great and you can feel pride in them, but the thing that I feel about our group is there's been an arc to this season, and I think from where we started, we're further along than where we began, and as far as going forward, I just would like to continue that process, frankly.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.